22. Sorry, running a little late. I am sitting in our safety inspection line. Uh, I got another flat, but it's actually on the truck itself. So I was going to do it later, but the truck I'm supposed to be moving into is locked, and I have to wait until everybody comes in, yada yada yada, go through the process. So just in case, just instead of just telling them, um, either way, it's going to have to get in this line. I'm at the I'm at the end of the line. Either way, I still have to be in this line because I got a nail in one of the right passenger side front tire, and I got lucky. I happened to notice it. Bad audio. Check what's connected. Gotcha. Hold up. Let's try. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn this off. Hold on. All right. Let's try that again. Can you hear? How about now, Mike? Can you hear me? Give me a one if you can hear me now. If not, I'm gonna try something else. Jesus, Jesus, take the wheel. It's with my phone. One day it's that because yesterday it didn't work. One day the phone wasn't working. I mean, we've been doing this one, and I didn't want to do the wireless mic because we could probably have to just do. Well, I'm running late, so that would have been kind of better, 45 minutes. So it doesn't heat up. I don't know. These new phones don't have a regular piece that you can connect to. I got a mic, I got a microphone that I could have connected to the phone. These new phones, it's newfangled crap. You know what I mean? This newfangled stuff. It's annoying. Other earpiece I thought was working when it really wasn't. I went inside and made some coffee. Coffee machine there, but I got my sugar-free creamer. I might just start buying some here. I might start buying. You're right because there was nothing wrong with having a little connection where I could have just plugged in not a wireless mic, but a mic with a wire on it. I still have the daggone thing. It's freaking stupid, and they don't tell you that having that phone right there to your ear when that phone is what's that, transponding or whatever the heck it's doing, it's shooting off radiation, and that radiation's hitting you daggone in your face. Um, the same thing is because I used to do install satellites, and I was I took a class on how to do those satellites that you see at the gas station, that go both ways. Um, and it's probably the same thing with that Elon Musk thing. It shoots off radiation. But we were given a warning once it goes live, don't be. I don't know if you ever see the satellite dishes that are at the gas station. They go both ways. They're actually those things actually emit radiation. You don't want to be within 4 feet of it. You know what I mean? You don't want to be within 4 feet. So you see some that are on the ground, on the side of the building. Don't go near it. That thing shoots off radiation because it's actually sending a signal out too. And I know that sounds stupid, but it is. And they don't tell us. Same thing with these phones. We put the phones in our pocket. We put the women, they put it on their back pocket. They got the butt tight drawers, and they put it on. You're radiating your body. We're not warned. And then you wonder, about cancer and all this other stuff. And you wonder what the heck's going on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Um, Normally, you have people that brag about being million-mile drivers. I'm probably technically, you know, million and a half right now. Because, no, well, million and three or 400,000, somewhere around there. Well, I barely made it. you see these people that they got those, I've been doing this with no accident free miles. Hey, well, this accident free miles, nah, bro, nah, player. I ain't even gonna go there. So, um, supposedly today, I'm getting my new truck. You can see it in the thumbnail. I'm getting my new truck. I picked the color. I had a choice. I thought you pick it straight from the factory. No, I think the company buys a whole bunch of crazy color um, tractors in different colors and different styles. I picked the Kenworth because I was used to driving it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Um, and I learned to stop getting upset, stop taking everything personal. I they don't the blind the blind leading the blind. They don't freaking tell you that once that truck shows up, it still takes 4 to 5 months for you to get it. Like right now, it said your truck's ready, but it's missing the license plate. It's missing the toll. I have a thing that if I go through the toll, it's missing that. But we're gonna have to change up some stuff. I might not be doing a live while driving for a little bit um, until I find the right mount. I don't know um, because I got to figure it out. The camera is a AI camera, so it could sense. It might see a reflection of the windshield of me touching it, and I gotta watch out. I gotta keep my job. So, but what I'm probably going to do is I can still have the camera as long as I'm not touching it. When I stop or start, I'll be in the 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 park position. When I stop, I'll probably, like I know, I always say, you don't think nobody loves you, I love you and God loves you. Have to pull over to the side of the road. So I am not touching this. I don't, I don't want no drama. I made it this far. I don't want no complications. I made it this far. You see what I'm saying? I don't want it. I just want, how people talk crap. I'm not gonna talk no crap. I just want to survive. Oh, another thing, I just got a 10-cent raise per mile. I'm not a person. I might sound like I'm a person of conflict, but I have been, not for the last couple of years, or for a minute, I've been on a dedicated um, mileage from 3 dedicated routes back, and I just never said nothing because Mike, I was kind of scared that if I go to the regular pay, it might be lower. Hey, good morning. I see somebody else showed up. I might be lower. So I was afraid, and uh, um, I finally had to grow a pair and speak up. I think I still evened out because I was on uh, the way they do it tax wise. I was doing some weird way. I don't know, but I just seen my pay this week, which was low because I went home for the holiday. I do all the states, guys, but during the winter, I told them don't send me past Iowa. You know what I mean? You know, during the winter, I don't want to go past Iowa. Now, this summer, I'll let them know to send me to California. You know, there was a there was a truck driver on another social media that he's bragging about. I'm sick of this winter, blah blah blah. Send me to California. I'm sick of this. Send me to California. And I'm sitting there laughing because of the years of experience. Doesn't matter where you are in the United States of America, and especially if you're trying to get to California and there is a storm coming across the country. Every route other than, I believe, I-10, and depending on which way the storm came, every route you're going to have to go through treacherous areas to get to the sunny California. And so you try to get to where it's not snowing anymore, but you got to drive through. Oh no, I checked the weather. That don't mean crap. You got to go through Donna's Pass over there, Donna's Pass, Cabbage, all these mountain ranges, New Mexico, windy ass New Mexico, um, I-40, where it gets so treacherous, it's really dang ridiculous. And I was like, well, good luck with that. And that's because I've been doing this since 2011. I know that. But I remember one time, um, I forgot which mountain range it was, but I know for a fact I was in California. And I was up in the mountains And I was about to pull over. I had to freaking chain up because I'm like, wow, it's snowing in California. It was snowing in the mountains. But 10, 15 minutes later, I'm on the side of the road taking the chains off because I'm in sunny California. You see what I'm saying? Up in the mountains, it's snowing, but I'm in sunny California. Make it make sense. Hey, Jakes. But I sat there and, you got people that they're just now getting into the business and not realizing that this mess ain't for the faint of heart. This yeah, y'all already know I'm highly emotional. This mess ain't for the faint of heart. This job ain't for the faint of heart. And like I said, I got something in my tire. I drove that motherfucker. I said either I'm gonna have to go get it fixed. I appreciate it, bro. I said either I'm gonna have to get it fixed or I wanted to go home last night, but now I got to start using my head. I would have had about 3 hours of sleep compared to the 8 hours I got just staying in the yard, staying in this line. Because I'd have had to get back up, do my live, come back this way, and I'd have been aggravated and tired and so forth and so on. It, 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 it sometimes you got it just to go home. And I told my wife, I said, I want to come home, but all I'm gonna be doing is coming home just to go to bed. And I'm doing 100-mile round trip. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So, I gotta start working smarter, not harder. You think I would have knew by now. It's not. I guess not. You know. But I'm on a sliding scale. I actually get um, I get more money now getting these smaller runs, and I am notorious for getting smaller runs. For for getting these smaller runs, I'm notorious for getting these smaller behind runs. So now I might be making a little bit more money. You know what I mean? I'm actually I'm actually 5 grand up since no either 5 or 10 grand up from this time last year because I'm not doing local. I'm not doing a local regional anymore. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? It really is. It is what it is. Um, I want to talk one little second about cruising. There's this. There's this. There's this couple. Not. I don't know if it's a couple, husband, wife, or whatever. Let me explain. On cruise ships, they have even on Carnival Royal. I don't know about the other ones, but those two, Carnival and Royal, they have, and I want to say this right. I'm not talking about strippers, but they have adult entertainment time late in the evening. What do I mean by that? They have an adult game show. They have adult comedy hour, and they do um, adult jokes and stuff. It's for 18 and above. When we were on Utopia of the Seas, I spotted a whole bunch of effing teenagers, but I didn't want to be a Ken. There was about 4 or 5 of them. Because you can always tell they have the Caucasian haircut. They were teenagers, and they were being quiet. Not, they were. You could tell they were in the wrong spot. I've been in bars, late night karaoke, where all the adults there, but there's a little child. You got a little child sitting at the bar. You got a little baby sitting at the bar, which is sad as a parent. You got the baby being quiet but sitting at the bar. When you got all these adults drinking and acting stupid and goofy, it's stupid. But they also okay, so I've given you the beginning of the story. The other part of the story is they have comedians that come on board. Most of them are the guys that their comedy career is either just beginning or dwindling. They're really kind of sort of not funny, but you want to go out anyway. But they have at 8 o'clock they have the family friendly comedy hour, and then at 11:30 they have the adult where they cuss and yada yada yada. Okay, this one family got escorted out because they brought teenagers to the adult. It was like a 12 and a 14 to the adult comedy hour, where it's specifically the rules of the company, the rules of the ship is 18 and above. They were not that age. Put in the comment, do y'all think what they did was right? And the parents like, we allow our kids to do this and do that. Okay, that's what you allow, but we don't allow it on this ship. Everybody, I'm going to talk to so-and-so. You talk to so-and-so, but when you get a company that's finally following the rules are the rules. You see, is it just me? I don't want to see your child in my presence when I'm at an adults only situation. Most ships have adults only areas. A lot of these mommies and daddies are notorious for bringing their kids in the adults only area. Why are they in here? I came in here to get away from y'all. I'm a father, but I done did my time. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. It's the ship's rules. Same thing, Mike. One thing people don't realize is, see, I got my watch up. My time is not the ship's time. A lot of times when you're on a cruise, the time changes could be 1, 2, 3 hour difference, depending on where you're cruising to. If the ship says we leaving at 4 o'clock, before I get on the gangway, hey, what's the ship's time? I changed my watch, and I say, "What's the ship's time?" And I'm asking you, and I tell the wife, "We ain't wait till the last minute to get off back on this boat. I ain't drinking. I'm not drinking. First of all, I ain't drinking heavy anyway. But I'm not going to do nothing that's going to make sure that I miss this boat. You know what I'm saying? I'll follow the rule. So, okay, if the ship leaving at 4, I'm getting back on that boat at 1. Not player. But that's just me. Oh man, that's just me. That's just me. And the same thing. I gotta I gotta start making sure that I follow. Now that I got this camera, I gotta get used to that camera, the AI. Because like a lot of times when you're driving, your four wheelers jump in front of my truck. Now a four wheeler jumps in front of my truck, I gotta count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. And then back, I've got to hit the brakes every time you jump in front of my truck because I don't want to set the AI camera off. I got to get used to this new camera. And I just can't jump over into the fast lane because it's AI camera. I got to wait till I have a truck's length to get over into the fast lane to pass somebody. That AI camera is going to be calculating every freaking thing. So I'm going to be I got to make sure I leave and give myself enough time to be able to stay out of trouble. It's going to be checking my turns. Did I drive? Did I drive through a stop sign, or did I do a California stop? I got to stop. You know what I mean? So, but I have been practicing to do the right thing, and I have been doing the right thing. But I gotta be more vigilant about it. And see, that's why, like I was saying, um, I'm gonna be more vigilant about it. so I can, so I can keep my job. You know how we be in the job. Oh, f bomb them, f bomb this, f bomb that, f bomb. You ain't telling me what to do. And then when you get fired, you be like, "Why you firing me?" Nah, player. Okay, what you need me to do? Because there's a lot of trucking companies shutting down, and I'm getting too old to be looking for another job. So I'm gonna set my track and do what I need to do around here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You feel me? Nah, Bob. And because I want to still have my hobbies, uh, um, I'm even like right now. I got a real low check. No, yeah, I was already mentally prepared for because I took 4 days off. But I'm gonna put 25 here, 25 there. I'm down to 100. If once after the day, I'll be $125. I'll have another credit card paid off, and now I'm moving to another credit card and just I'm gonna knock that one down, and then I'm gonna knock the next one down. So I could start freeing up some money, not for buying stuff, but having a backup for the backup of the backup. Because we don't know what's going on, and we have to. Like y'all are preparing. Um, I'm gonna put a spot in the garage Well, I actually have an area where I want to do it, and I'm gonna start buying some dry goods. It ain't good for my type two, but some beans. hey, hey, I've seen them out here. Let me tell y'all this story. I remember I was walking one, and this heavy set sister came up to me and said, hey, hey, do you want to, I forgot what they said. Do you want a friend or you want a party or whatever? And I happened to, I said, no, and I happened to look. She was carrying this bag over her shoulder. And I noticed it was going to her back. She had a tube coming out her back. No, that's actually a question. She had a tube coming out of her back into the bag. This lot lizard just got out of the hospital and was accosting me. I said, no, thank you. I'm good. Uh, I got a team driver. I'm not allowed to have women in my truck. I said, I'm not allowed to have women in my truck. I'm not allowed. The only women I'm allowed to conversate with are the regulars that come to my channel, and I'm barely allowed to talk to y'all. And it's so funny. It took me a minute to figure out what a lot lizard was. Because I was saying, what do you mean lot lizard? And then I started seeing them. I was like, oh shoot, that's a real thing. But I try to park in certain truck stops where they don't show up. We'll just say that. California, they ain't no joke out there, bro. But I try to park in certain places where they don't show up. They just don't come knocking on my door. Hey, good morning, social business. How you doing? How you doing? But now I got the giggles. Hey, by the way, should I be offended? Do I look like I need a lot? Listen, what the heck? Oh, have mercy. Oh, man, I make my own self laugh. Luckily, I don't have much. Once I get off of here, I'm gonna start holding stuff up, put stuff in a bag so I can move it. Where I'm sitting, once they give me the okay, I gotta wait till everybody comes in around 8 to get into that truck. So I don't know if I'm getting it today or coming back tomorrow or the next couple of days. But she said, try to get you back here to get into your truck and blah, 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 blah. You know how it is. Oh, man. But I'm so thankful that I made it this far. When I first got into this business, I was drastically overweight. I'm still technically overweight, but I still want to lose more weight. I still want to be more healthy. I got to start walking more, um, and eating more healthier, uh, because I'm getting older. You know what I mean? We don't realize that uh, time waits for no one. That's why, me and the wife are setting up cruises coming up. Because, you know, this one in February, it's just going to be me and her. And we're just going to, start having fun because you don't know when you're not going to be able to do this stuff anymore. I'm normally, I've been, my 401k, I'm going to start raising the amount that goes into my 401k, actually my Raw. I'm gonna start raising that amount. I gotta start pumping some more into it so that I have something. Right now I'm not happy with how much I have. I want to have more so I can, be able to survive. You know what I mean? That's what you got to start thinking about. And I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. um, just be thankful for the moments that you got, guys. Even if, like, a lot of us, you're on your way to work, you're aggravated or whatever. Just be thankful. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful you got that job. Be thankful you have the strength to get up, wash your behind, get and go to work and be able to be aggravated because that's another second, another moment, another minute that God has blessed you with your life. And do you really need to be mad today? Do you really need to be mad? Can you find something good in that day that's going to make you smile? I say it all the time, but I literally giggle when I realize the difference between the last 10 years of my life, from the truck crash till now. The last 10 years of my life has been awesome compared to what went on prior to that. Even when I'm aggravated, I look at, okay, what's the reason? Even when the truck is broke down, is God may had gave me a flat tire so I wouldn't be in a terminal accident on the road down, 100 miles down the road. Look at it that way. There's a reason behind what's going on. Try to rectify it. Try to fix it. Get some stuff paid off. I like to buy stuff, especially from a lawn that looks so tattered. But I started looking. I looked at the old pictures and the old videos. In certain areas was just patches, and then I look back. Wait a minute, that the whole thing grew in. And you don't even know it. That the beauty of your situation is fixing itself around you, and you don't even realize it until sometimes you get smacked in the face. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. So, like right now, I'm waiting for spring so I can, I asked for a dethatcher. I got 2 core aerators that I'm gonna be playing with, and I'm coming up with new ideas to set myself up. To set myself up, even with your channels. Go back to one of your older videos and make it a short. I went back to one old video where I didn't know what I was doing. I went back and I'm in closing. I didn't know what I was doing. I bought a core aerator and I got it running and I got so excited. And I'm like, I'm the fucking man. Ah! And I figured it out. And I was literally in tears and I didn't realize that ripped off an old bandage. And I yelled at the top of my lungs, Daddy, I did it. I fixed something. And I realized that I had been holding in some pain because I'm the son of a mechanic, but I argued with my father so much that I didn't get a chance to learn anything from him. But now he's gone, and I was trying to fix, even though it's a small engine, it's still an engine. I fixed something, and I said, look, I want you to be proud of me. And that has started an addiction for me to be buying all these small engines and trying to fix them. We don't know what we're hurting at until we recognize it. And it's crazy to me. And you could see the happiness in my face in that video. That wasn't fake. That me yelling, that wasn't fake. And I said, and I finally accepted if I don't grow or don't monetize, I'm still doing this because each day I talk to you guys, I feel a little bit better to start my day. So I say this, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, thank you for being part of my life. I'm about to start tearing up because I'm having flashbacks. But thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for being my digital friends. It's really appreciated. It's really appreciated. Check out the folks that if you're coming in later on and redoing, check out Jegs. Check out Life with Frugamon. I can't figure your name. I don't want to butcher your name. Mike's Chaotic Garden, Associate Minister, everybody, check them out. These are good people. They actually know something. As always, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. Hey, check out Urban Garden Chronicles. Y'all have a blessed day. And as always, you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and God loves you. And we will see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.